Hi guys, I'm Mary Jean with Family Culture Project, and I'm just so thankful that you're here today. And if you've signed up for our email list, thank you so much. If you haven't, I want to encourage you to do so. You will receive our free guide to becoming your child's emotion coach once you sign up for that. So go check that out. It's awesome and very helpful tools and a very helpful resource for this season of life. I also want to encourage you, if you haven't liked us on Facebook or Instagram, please do so. We would love to connect with you on both of those platforms. So today I want to just chat with you guys about the importance of the elementary years and really showing up as parents during those years. I think that these years can be a time where it'd be easy to coast because, you know, our kids are no longer infants or toddlers needing us to wipe their bottoms and buckle their seatbelts. They can make their own peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's kind of awesome. And yet they're also not in that stage of teenage rebellion or identity crisis or, you know, just those harder issues that can come with older kids. So it can just really feel like this time to just take a deep breath and sit back and relax, which I just want to encourage us that we stay engaged and stay intentional throughout these years, because I really believe that these are the years where that deep connection and relationship are formed. It's the time where we move from positional parenting to relational parenting. And if we don't make that transition well, our experience with our kids as teenagers will be much more difficult. But if we do it well, man, I think that we will reap amazing rewards when our kids hit their teen years. Another reason is statistics say that a kid's worldview is shaped by the age of 8. 8. You know, that's our, second and third graders. And so it's just a time for us to, as parents, to really engage and to really be intentional with them, spending that quality time, talking about your family values, hearing and being a part of their world. Understanding where they're coming from, acknowledging their emotions and their feelings, knowing who their friends are, knowing the things that are important to them, and just showing up and being aware of what's going on in their life, and showing them that you hear them and you care and you see them and they matter so deeply to you, which I know we all feel that way about our kids. It can be easy for them to just get sidetracked, or for us to get sidetracked in this season though, and we want to just maintain that intentionality and that momentum and continue to develop that foundation of relationship. And so I have 3 steps that you can take today to just stay engaged during these elementary years. The first one is to seriously go sign up for our email list and download the 5 steps to becoming your child's emotion coach. It is a phenomenal resource. I sat down with my 5th grader yesterday and we had this long conversation about some sibling issues that she was having with her brother. And it really gave me the steps and the knowledge to be able to walk her through that and come out the other side problem solving. But not only that, but helping her to broaden her perspective. And we walked away, I felt like, closer, and it was a really good time of connection for us. And so again, that guide is invaluable information. And as we learn that as parents, we have just seen the leaps and bounds that we've been able to take with our kids, even our toddler. We have a 2-year-old, and I have been working really hard to emotion coach him through his very fiercely strong-willed emotions, and it is making a huge difference in my relationship with him. I have had to discipline so much less because all of a sudden he cares about what I care about. And anyways, all that to say, it really makes a difference. It really works. So go download that guide. The second thing that I want to encourage you to do is to create margin in your life. I know that for me, when I'm really busy and I'm overextended, I'm not nearly as good of a mom. as when I have margin, both in my calendar as well as the emotional and mental space. Because my kids know when they come home from school, when I ask them, hey, how was your day? And I'm totally distracted and I am not attentively listening to, what happened on the playground and what they learned in math or whatever. They know and they pick up on it. But then when I'm really there and I have the peace and the space to really show up. I remember one day, my kids came home from school. It was when we were still in Ethiopia, and I just had set chairs out and I had gotten a snack ready, and set chairs out on our patio, and we sat down and just talked, and I was really there, and I knew that I could feel a difference in me. And my son said, this is one of the best days. We need to have more times like this. And it just made me realize, like, he totally knows when I'm really shown up or when I'm distracted. So create some margin in your life, whatever that looks like. It could look like, better time management. It could look like minimizing things in your house so that you're not so surrounded by clutter. It could look like, sitting down and figuring out a meal plan while they're at school today so that you can, not worry about dinner when they get home from school. Whatever that looks like for you, I just really encourage you to do that. And the third thing I want to encourage you is to ask good questions. Think them through. Prepare questions to ask them beforehand. Ask them questions at dinner. Something that we like to ask is, what was your high and what was your low for the day? And you gain so much insight into your kid's life when you ask those good questions and give them space to tell you about themselves and to share with you who they are and what they're interested in, and it opens up all kinds of opportunities for connection, for belonging, for closeness, for you to be able to share stories from your own life where you experience something similar, so they just know that they're not alone and what they're going through is normal, and they can relate to you and you can relate to them. So those are the 3 steps that I want to encourage you. Number 1, go download that emotion guide. Number 2, create margin in your life. And number 3, ask good questions. Have a great day, guys, and parent on.